Today, we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics, which is money, but we're going to put it in super relatable context because we're going to talk about the money that the telehealth companies are keeping from you. And I'm going to show you exactly today how much they're keeping, right? So, spoiler alert, it's actually about $98,000 a year they are keeping from me. But keep with me on this video because I'm going to show you guys exactly what to do about it. For those of you guys who don't know me, I am Amy Plano, the reimbursement dietitian. I built my own insurance-based practice. I run a credentialing agency, I run a billing company, and I run a coaching company for registered dietitians billing insurance. So I know a thing or two about insurance, right? So I've coached a lot of RDs out of jobs exactly like the ones that you're in. So I know the cold math. And here is exactly how it breaks down. So per hour, okay, while I cannot give you finite rates, I'm going to give you like an average range so you guys know. So in the state of Illinois, with the Blue Cross Blue Shield product, which is one that many of these telehealth companies use, the average reimbursement rate for the visits you are doing right now already is $132. Many of you guys are paid $50, right? They keep $82. Okay. I want that to sit in. That is 62 cents on every dollar your license, your training, and your liability that you just earned, right? So, but in all honesty, that is not really the hard number, right? The hard number is if we look at this over the course of a year, you working for these telehealth companies. So per hour, it's kind of easy to kind of shrug off that number, but let's stretch it out over a year, okay? You guys may not like these numbers, but I'm going to give you real numbers. So a full-time registered dietitian working in private practice will often see 20 to 25 patients per week. Okay. At 25 patients per week, your work for the telehealth companies generates about $150 to $160,000 in reimbursement. You take home 60,000. They roughly keep $98,000. Pause. Let that sit in. $98,000. That's 98 grand for your work in someone else's bank account every single year, right? But before you start thinking, I know where you're going with this, but they bring me patients. You're right, they do. But that's really the only thing they do. So let's call it what it is. You are paying them $98,000 to fill your calendar, right? Bananas. Filling your own calendar is a skill. It's learnable and it does not cost 98 grand, right? So I'm not going to lie to you, as the gurus do, $132 per hour is gross, right? Gross is very different than net. Gross means it's not your take home money, right? Because on your own, you've got things like billing software, taxes, operating costs, the occasional no-show, all of those things, right? So you will not pocket all of that money. But even after every real cost, you're actually not working for $50 anymore, right? So not even close, right? So like it's like the what they're making off of you and what you're making over here, like the gap is massive. And while I understand that gap is where the education comes in, it's certainly not worth about 100 grand. But here's the part these telehealth companies do not want you to know, right? Those same insurance panels can credential you directly, right? The only thing standing between you and this massive gap is credentialing. Credentialing is not hard. It's a process and it is just somewhat tedious. But you are in luck because I actually have a membership that teaches you guys exactly step by step how to get credentialed. If you do not want to do it on your own, which I feel you, I also run a credentialing agency where we do it for you, depending upon what state you're in. So you do not need to stick in a job, you're not happy with. If you love the telehealth companies, I love that for you. But I want to be very clear. You are capable of doing this on your own. And that number, about 100 grand, is what they're making off every single dietitian. So this month, you'll notice in next week's video, we're also talking about telehealth companies, math, numbers, all things. So I will see you guys here next week, same time, same place.